All this week on Dateline Schools, we're talking about the Great Start Readiness program as classes are about ready to begin, not only for our K-12 kids, but for our youngest learners as well. Tell us all about it. My special guest is Becky Gorinac. She's the director of the program here in St. Clair County. And Becky, is there any cost for the parents to get their kids into this program?
For the income eligible families is no cost. For our families, I mentioned earlier in the week that we can take some over income families. There's a very small fee that they are charged, but it's not a lot of money.
Yesterday you mentioned too that there are some buses and that do all kids get a chance to ride a bus to get into this program, or do parents need to take them as well?
It depends on the program. Some of our programs, or many of our school-based programs, do offer transportation, but not all of them. That would be something you'd want to find out as a parent when you contact the school or the program to see if they offer transportation.
If a parent came up to you and say, Becky, why should I get my 3 or 3.5 to 4-year-old into a program or look into this kind of a program, what would you tell them?
Well, I obviously think that preschool is the most important grade because it really gets them ready for kindergarten. It's that first step into a formalized setting. Again, they go in and they think they're playing, but they're learning a lot of social skills. Most of the children aren't used to being with 16 other children in the classroom. So they're learning to share, to take turns, how they sit on a carpet for story time. They learn about going outside for outside time, or in elementary we call it recess time. So they learn all of those social skills, but they're also learning a lot of their pre-math skills. So they're doing a lot of counting. So when they're setting up, let's say they're setting up for lunch, they're counting out how many forks everybody needs, or they're counting out napkins. They are counting the steps to the doorway. They're learning how to write their first name, and many of them end up in the end of the year learning to write their last name. All of those things that are so important for kindergarten readiness. And we know, talking to kindergarten teachers, they are very well aware of which children have had preschool and how much that helps them get a good start into their formal schooling once kindergarten starts.
We'll be back with more tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.